Welcome back to the Purpose Works. Today's conversation is really focusing in a lot around the work that we do with teams and workforces, and what seems to surface quite a bit these days is the multi-generational and multicultural workforce. And we now have 5 generations that are in the workforce, and there always seems to be conversation around people aren't getting along because different generations are different. It's really interesting. An older generation does things a certain way, or those millennials. I hear that quite a bit. In fact, one of my daughters always says to me, please don't have people refer to me as a millennial. I don't want to be in a group of 76 million people and think that I'm just like everybody else. And so what we need to do as organizations is really bring together what is our purpose, why are we here, what's our mission, how do we bring the best talent, the best interest, skill sets, because the more that we're challenged and interested in wanting to do something that we can do better together than on our own, is how we actually work really well together. Because it doesn't matter what the generation is or what age we are, it really is about what is it that we all want to do together, and what's the right mix of talents and experiences and ways that we can all do the work that needs to be done, because there's so much work that needs to be done out there in terms of the problems that we need to solve. How do we bring groups of people together in a way that's going to be most productive? So what does that mean for an organization? Well, certainly it is about what's that purpose, what's the mission, what are we all here to do, and being super clear about that. Because if we're super clear and we clearly communicate that, then we know what the roadmap is. We know how to make decisions, because decisions really happen at the seams. It's not because we're looking at a piece of paper and it's telling us how, what the roadmap is. If we know kind of where we want to go, we can bring those resources together, and that's what we want to do to figure it out together. The other thing that we need to do as an organization is clearly communicate. And clearly communicate not just what that mission is. I'm sure many of you have gone to meetings like I've gone to meetings, and you sit around a room and everyone's got their laptop up and everyone's IMing with each other and they're trying to multitask, and everybody walks out of the meeting, has no idea what they're supposed to do and what the next steps are. Part of it is clearly communicating so that we stop, we slow down. And slowing down also allows us an opportunity to get to know each other, but we slow down and we ask those questions. Is everybody clear about what we need to do next? Is everybody clear about what the responsibilities are? Is everybody clear about what the due dates are? The more that we have clarity in how we want to work together, many times it's not skill sets, but how do we best work together? What are our values? What are our behaviors? What's allowed? What's not allowed? That's going to make sure that we get to where we want to go. It is not a generational thing. The other thing that's really fascinating to us too is that across generations, and again, another study, we all want the same thing. We all want to be acknowledged and recognized. We all want important feedback, and we all want to be better at what we do. We all want some form of leadership development, or some way that we're going to amp up our skills and be better at what we do. It is not a generational thing. It's something that we all want as individuals, because it's all about being better. If you found this video inspiring and helpful, share it with others, and we certainly welcome your feedback.